What's up, family? It's your boy Jamel, aka Don Daniel, aka Mr. Kim Up CEO, your friend, your brother. Back at in the lab with gospel producers, my GP fam, and I'm here to do a session and song breakdown with y'all. We get goats, and this one is featuring a super goat. This is my friend and brother and uncle to everybody, Bishop Hezekiah Walker. He actually featured on a song of Todd's last single, which went um, number one on Billboard for 2 weeks straight. And so I'm happy to be a part of that record as a producer, songwriter, and of course, musician. So shout out to my brother for the opportunity. But written by him, myself, and Tim Godfrey. We got in the room and said, let's write something for the choirs out there. Let's write something for the church. Let's have fun with this. And of course, I'm musical. I like drums. I wish I was a drummer, but I'm not a drummer. But hey, I'm a fan of drums. I love drum cadences. I love all of that stuff. So let's get started. I just want to show y'all what my thought process is with the song a little bit. But I say all the time, if you hear me talk, if the drums don't set up the song, he don't know it, and he shouldn't be on the kit. And so that's my biggest thing. So I want you to hear this setup. My man Christian Cone, Young Gun, played Todd's last session, is incredible. But listen to the setup. And then get out the way with a cymbal swell. So it's a big intro. You want to set up like a movie. Like I like my music to sound, feel like a movie, like a presentation. I'm giving you something. Take a look at this. You know what I mean? So the drums, I do use loop elements, which is a big deal for me because gospel community, John Mike made me spoil when it comes to my loops because I used to spend a lot of time making my loops. Now I just find something that fits my cadence, drop it in, slice up some bars, and then we got a song. So let me go to the verse, and I want you to hear the drum cadence, how it's out of the way and how it blends in with the drum loop, and it's out of the way pretty much of Todd's vocal. So take a listen to the first verse where it shuts down. The drummer's letting that loop work. He out of the way. Let the loop work. Bass. Just holding that note. Not too much. Yep. Let me go back to that and introduce keys. So just kind of listen to what they're doing. Keys is wide open. Diamonds. Open. Leave space. Because guess what? There's aux going on. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening in there. Got organ. And of course, there's background vocals. So check it out. Yep. So everything has its place. That's the whole mindset of producing, is making sure everything has a place and it all makes sense when it comes together. All right. So that's the goal. The goal is not to show the world how many arrangements you have, how much you got in your brain. The goal is making sure that it's edible to the consumer, because that's who you need. That's who you're making music for, is the consumer, the congregation. This is church music. We made it for the church. So I want to challenge us super creative producers to um, minimize, because sometimes less is best. You know what I mean? So do less when it's needed and do more when it's needed. But yeah, just leave some space. But I want to go into the first chorus now and take a listen to how the dynamics build from there. Oh, back to that. I did a little bit of trap in that. So this is the first chorus. The first chorus is a down chorus, is what I call it. Todd introduced it with just a lead vocal, and I did a down chorus with no music. But I added a little trap under that. Check it out. 808. Hey. Those hays came from loop elements too. So check it out. Hey. Those are in loop elements. So if you want it, get it. If you like that hey sound, I use it all the time.
Intro 2, 3, 4. gospelproducers.com.
Coro, 2, 3, 4.
Gospelproducers.com.
Back to the top. 2, 3, 4.
Repite. 2, 3, 4.
Praise break. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Praise break. 3, 4.
Go to church. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Drive it. 3, 4.
Breakdown. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Outro. 2, 3, 4. Chop it. Take it out. Stab the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so check out the thought process behind a repeat section. So this is the verse. Everybody in? We got Rod Stuckey on bass. Told him open up and slap a little bit. Give it a little bite. Everybody in. But check it out. If I take those guitars out, watch that rhythm. You can't nod your head. You can't move no more when it's gone. You ain't nodding. It's like it's not moving. But throw them in there. All that is important. Because not one instrument will make up that bob that you need. It's going to be a lot of instruments that's going to do that. All right. So my thought process is when there's a repeat verse, I always want to make something change. It don't have to be a major change, but something has to change. And so this repeat verse, I went from unison to parts. So if you look at the background coming out, change up a little bit. Went to harmony. And you see it growing. It's growing. Invert again. But not only just the vocals inverting in that repeat verse, it's actually the bass line changes too, and the chorus change a little bit. So instead of that 1, I went to the 3 over the 1. And that just made a subtle change. So that's not so redundant. So that's what you want to make sure you're not being redundant. Even you want to be creative as you move along, okay? All right, so take a listen to that, and then we'll keep going. Organ sitting in the mix, just landing there on the chords. So check that out. That's something I wanted to point out too. Da da da. That's a melody, and so I foreshadowed the electric guitar. And pitches is like perfect. But the guitar got out of the way so Todd can finish his line. Get out of the way. All right, it's time to take it home now. Now this we require this for all your church people clap their hands. The traditional Hezekiah Walker key change. All right. I want to make a note right there. At that first key change, I did a break. Normally, the band sets up the key change. I didn't want to do that. I wanted the vocals to set up the key change this time. So I did a hard stop. And of course, I did my effects where that stop is. And the key change was the background vocals. The vocals led the key change. So I thought that was a little different. Most people let the band do it. But I said, I want to let the vocals do it. Killing. They having fun. If you're not having fun, what are you doing? All right, I want to talk about Bishop a little bit. So Bishop did his overdubs. I didn't get a chance to do them with him. I asked a friend of ours who's a great Stanley Brown, which is, if you don't know him, you live under a rock. But he actually recorded Bishop has his vocal overdubs for me, and he sent them. And in my mind, I'm like, they sound great, but they are just too clean, because live you got that rugged sound, you dirty. It's not as clean. And so I ended up keeping the majority of the live stuff that he thought was bad. That was just not, it hadn't went through the wash yet, you know? And so sometimes you want to keep in mind that in the room was intentional, and we need to feel that, and we need to keep that. And we don't want to get rid of all that stuff to clean it up just because, you know, don't clean up just because. Now, if it's a big problem, go get it. But if not, leave it. So yeah, just, I want you guys to hear that. Because that's important to me, is to keep the integrity of the night. Big vocals, y'all know the song. And then my last signature, y'all know, accents. I do a lot of accents on the one. Right here, accent. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's not just cause. I do it because it's accenting the melody. It's accenting the lyric, I'm sorry. Because it's saying something. It's working out. And I want to make sure that we make you feel that it's working out for you. Like, I have to compliment that lyric, you know, and that's what going to that one and doing that push and hang on the cymbals. That's what that does. It's like the next layer. It's like the next level of the energy of that statement of what we're trying to say here in the song. So Bishop can't be the only one proclaiming that message, you know. The vocals can't be the only one saying that. The band can say it too. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, they kept rolling on with the song. We had 2 endings just because we couldn't let that thing go. But yeah, y'all know the song. I mean, it was fun doing this breakdown with y'all, because it's always good to see the small decisions. You know, it's little things that make a record. It's not just one big thing. So make great small choices. Don't think about the big picture. Think about the small things, because ultimately that'll make your picture even more vivid, more pure, more plain, and more edible for your congregation and your consumers. So think about that. It's your boy Jamel. We'll see y'all the next time. Later.
Y'all, want to thank you for making it to the end of this clip. We appreciate you watching this breakdown. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to check out the links right over here. If you want to take your production, mixing, or whatever to the next level, or check out some of the other products that we have, make sure you check the links down in the description and in the comment section of this video. All right, I appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.